Chapter 1, A New Day. Emma snickered. She giggled. Then she laughed. Barney Clark. Who would have thought the real name of her nemesis, in both this world and the spiritual realm, was Barney Clark? No wonder he had made up a title for himself. No wonder he insisted everyone call him His Royal Eminence. Yet Emma never did. She had her own name for him, Pompous Jack. This nickname, however, wasn't out of disrespect as much as reflecting his character as a pompous jerk. Yet with the arrest of Pompous Jack, that is, the arrest of Barney Clark, she was now safe. She could move forward, unopposed, in her new role as High Priestess. Emma bowed her head. Thank you, Sovereign, for protecting me and rescuing me from that evil man. Guide me in how to move forward, to do your will here at the temple. Amen? She had a plan. With the Sovereign's guidance, she always had a plan. She pulled out her phone to review her list of projects. Divide priests into 3 groups. Find out what's happening with temple donations. Improve working conditions for staff. Restart temple school. Change rules so Topher and Ashley can date. Help Topher's bedridden dad. Find teaching job for Jennifer. Find better role for Junior. Yes, it was ambitious, but she could already check off 2 items, dividing the priests into groups and a teaching job for Jennifer. Then she added a new item to the bottom of the list: help priests grow in their faith, be less lazy, not as demanding. Next, she inserted 3 subpoints under improve working conditions for staff. More pay. Less work. Increased respect. These additions matched the 3 points of the workers' protest, which she had joined, until the guard attacked her and the evil Barney Clark confined her to quarters. These weren't greedy requests from the workers. All 3 points were legitimate. From what Emma had determined, each temple employee earned minimum wage and never got a day off. Pompous Jack, Barney Clark, had also compelled them to donate their overtime hours. He didn't respect them, he didn't pay them enough, and he certainly overworked them. She needed to fix that. But first, she had to find the money to do it. That was the second item on her list. She added 1 more line, as prompted by the Sovereign: reopen health clinic for staff. This was a desperate need, because Barney Clark had made sure the temple was exempt from providing healthcare insurance, even though it was the law for everyone else. Then Emma entered what she hoped would be a final item: free the prisoners. Emma scanned all that she had to do. Even though she had checked off 2 items, she had added 6 more lines. Her to-do list was getting longer, not shorter. The enormity of the tasks in front of her filled her with dread. It overwhelmed her. And she had to work all these things around school. Yet she remembered that the Sovereign often said, "Trust me." Emma intended to do just that. In a hurry, she showered and dressed for the day. She scurried from her quarters in the temple palace and headed down the hill to the cafeteria. Walking in the morning's cool filled her with joy, inhaling fresh air, spending time outside, and getting her blood pumping. Though she would miss her private time with Jennifer at each meal, she was relieved to no longer have someone waiting on her like she was someone special. It just felt wrong. As she neared the cafeteria, Junior exited the lower level of the priest compound and walked up to her. Emma had felt an instant connection with him when they first met a couple of days ago. She already had great respect for him, and she'd need his guidance as she sought to reform religious practices at the temple. "I thought I'd join you for breakfast." Junior matched her stride. Though Emma wasn't tall for her age, she was above average. Junior stood only a couple of inches taller. Yet while she was lean, he wasn't. Portly might be a polite description. Junior was a portly priest, yet a most endearing one. He seemed like a huggable teddy bear. Great. Emma smiled. Aside from his company at breakfast, it would also mean less work for the temple staff. "What did your server say when you told her?" "She was surprised at first and then thanked me. And now she's got less work to do." Though this small step wouldn't allow Emma to cross another line off her list, she was at least moving in that direction. Not really. Junior's directness deflated Emma's short-lived optimism. Then he clarified. She was assigned to deliver food for 5 priests. Now she has 4. Any improvement is incremental at best. This truth dampened Emma's enthusiasm. But an idea formed in her mind as they ate breakfast. Junior, will you schedule a meeting with the priests in Gamma Group this afternoon? Let's do 1:30. He dipped his head as if to start a nod, but then glanced at Jennifer, who had joined them for breakfast. What about your schooling? Not a problem. Jennifer spoke with confidence. Emma's smart and focused. We can easily finish her schoolwork before noon every day. That leaves afternoons open for her to attend to matters here at the temple. Consider it done. Junior pulled out his phone and typed a quick message. I have the Gamma priests set up for a group text chat. Let's do Beta group on Friday and Alpha group next Monday. Same time, same place. I'll make it happen. Emma then added one more request. If you have time while I'm in school, could you try to figure out what Barney's been up to? A most excellent suggestion. I'll start with the office he's been using in the Temple Palace. Emma turned her attention to Jennifer. What if we add 2 people to our homeschool? Her pitch increased as she made her request, peaking with the last word, which whimpered out as a wispy question. She scolded herself for coming across as weak, unsure. She'd need to work on her delivery if people were to respect her as High Priestess. Emma tried again. What if we add 2 people to our homeschool? This time she lowered her tone and said homeschool with confidence and not an airy hesitance. As if aware of what Emma had done, Jennifer dipped her head in approval. Are you thinking of Chloe? And Joshua? Yes. Joshua's mom was going to start homeschooling him next week, but she's already super busy. And Chloe's dad is checking into distance learning for her. We could help with both if you could homeschool them too. That would mean extra work for me. Jennifer scrunched up her face but then recovered. I'm up to the challenge. Except for biology, Emma said, we have the same classes. I take honors bio, and they take regular bio. So it shouldn't be too much more work for you. Just be aware that our focus is on education and not spending time with your best friend or pursuing romance. Got it. Then Emma considered more fully what Jennifer had said. She would need to be sure to keep her education a priority. They all would. I see your point, but we could help each other learn and study. So I think it's a good thing. I don't see adding them as a problem. Jennifer spoke as if processing her thoughts aloud. They'll need to fill out the same paperwork as you did. Then she grew somber. But let's not add any more to our roster, or I'll effectively be running a small school instead. That requires a lot more paperwork, more hoops to jump through, and more work for me. I'll text them as soon as school is over. Why not text them now? Jennifer said. We have 30 minutes before school starts. Emma pulled out her phone, but a message from Captain Hernandez caught her attention. She gasped over what she read. Be advised that Barney Clark has posted bond and will soon be released.